here this evening for a very special healing session where we'll be calling in Reiki, smoke cleansing, and some journeying, visioning work along with some assistance with some extraction work for clearing out the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, of any outside energies that need to be cleared so that you can call your power back into your creative center and free up the channel of manifestation within you. And also just to be able to fully embody your own energy without having any leaky Shakti, without having any energetic attachments that are siphoning off your life force in a parasitic way. Sometimes we can form these energetic attachments when we are intimate with another, and the energy can become corded into us, and it can develop somewhat of a codependent dynamic with the energy. This can often happen in relationships where there's been some kind of trauma bonding or some deep painful loss within the connection, or some very potent form of betrayal that has caused you to have a dependency on validation from this energy. This is very much about really integrating the shadow, making peace with those parts of ourselves that we're not necessarily comfortable with looking at, but they're so necessary for us to acknowledge. And it's also about recognizing that there's wisdom that comes through the difficult relationships of the past, the difficult experiences we've had where we have allowed ourselves to soften and to be vulnerable with another and felt that we were taken advantage of. It teaches us a very spicy lesson about uses of power, a responsibility in wielding our power, owning our power, and understanding that nobody can take our power away from us unless we give it away of our own free will. So this is about really calling your energy back into that womb space, that portal of creation. And yes, men, you have a womb space too. We all have this chakra center, this energy center. It's the second chakra, and it's associated with our sense of creativity, our vitality, and also our sensuality, our sexuality, and the way we connect with others intimately in relationship. And so we're going to clear out some STDs. We're going to clear out some sexually transmitted demons. And what are these demons that I'm speaking of? Well, there are energetic attachments that we have fed so much focus, so much time, so much energy. We've nurtured these unhealthy attachments to the extent that they become like an outside entity. We breathe life into these things. Thoughts are things, and they absolutely can take on an energetic form. You can create entities. You can haunt yourself. So this is about exorcising those entities and freeing yourselves from the limiting thoughts that have allowed these things to bind you and tether you to past influences that are keeping you in a disempowered space. And I'm going to bring in some smoke cleansing because we recently had a reading session where Spirit was really saying it's important to give them the smoke, show our appreciation, show our gratitude. We can't always just be leaning on Spirit for support. We also have to remember that we need to feed Spirit in return. That's part of that reciprocal flow. And that flow is evident in how our relationships unfold. And it's interesting because I pulled out this match book and I notice on the spine of it, it says, catch the thrill of victories. So I think this work is very essential for us to clear the way before us, to open the road so we can step into that victory. And what is the true victory? It's when you find freedom, when you're just free. When you're free to be in the moment, to really embrace the beauty and the blessing that your life is. When you're able to enter that creative space where you don't need to have every detail about how the world is going to turn. you just know you're part of making it turn, and you're adding your energy into the mix in a way that feels very bright and bold and ready to embrace the new. So we're going to call in a little dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is wonderful for providing protection. We're going to call in dragon as protective energy to guard over the womb space, to guard over you in doing this work, and to continue to guard over that sacral chakra for the next few days after this work, just so you can have that safe space to really integrate these energies. And I'm going to call in the Reiki now. So if you would like to receive the Reiki, all you have to do is simply say yes. And those who wish to forgo the Reiki, that is quite all right. Just simply relax. I'm going to lead you through a grounding meditation so we can enter that creative brain space where we can make some magic happen together. Go ahead and just follow the light, this incense, with your vision, tracing its motion back and forth. And as you follow the light of this incense, this dragon's blood, I want you to just allow whatever was going on before you entered this space to simply fall away from you. Allow yourself to relax into this space. You take some nice deep breaths, settling into your body, allowing that breath to go all the way down to the lower belly, letting it gently expand and fall as you follow the exhalation all the way out. And just continue to breathe nice, slow, deep, expansive breaths as you follow the light of this incense. Make sure you're in a comfortable position. If you can, rest your feet flat on the floor. Otherwise, simply sitting cross-legged in easy pose, or even laying down is sufficient, whatever feels comfortable to you in this moment, to your body in this moment. And go ahead and place your left hand on your belly and your right hand covering the left hand to connect with your second chakra, which is located about an inch below your belly button. So you can just rest your palms gently there to make contact with this part of your body. Now I want you to envision that you have roots growing out from the soles of your feet. And those roots are making their way to push through the floor beneath you, down through the foundation of the home you're in, down through the top layer of soil, the nutrient-rich layers of soil, the rocky adobe layers, the unctuous, watery, life-giving layers. The oily, rich layers down deeper still into the underground caverns where the stalactites create a cathedral of crystal formations, and where the limpid pools bubble and brew with the heat rising from the core of the earth, down steeper, steeper, steeper the decline, down, down, down into the layers of earth where it's absolute darkness and stillness. Where all you feel is the pulse of life, like a heartbeat, like the heartbeat of the mother, like the heartbeat of your mother when you were in her womb. And just feel the safety of this space, the way you're held in this perfect darkness. How comforting it is that the darkness doesn't have to be something to fear, but it can be a place of rest, deep rest, release, restoration, rejuvenation. And now continue to burrow those roots down even deeper. And as those roots go deeper, you start feeling the heat rising from the core of that earth. You feel that heat rising and it's warming up the soles of your feet. You feel that heat rising until you plunge your roots into the core of the earth and you drink up that molten energy, just like sap rises in the tree, and you drink this liquid amber all the way up through your roots. All the way up into the place where your hands rest on your belly now. Svadhisthana, your sacral chakra, your creative center, the space within you that is the avenue for you to direct your power toward all your future creations. You can understand how essential it is to keep this space free of any outside energies. And as you continue to breathe in this space, I want you to envision a sun forming right at your womb space. A sun like the sun when it sets, glowing amber orange. And allow this sun's energy to continue to build. And as it builds and fills with that earth energy, the light dispels any darkness that is in this space. Clears out any darkness within this space. You watch the darkness flee from the light, and it flees all the way down your roots, and it flees into the cauldron of the earth, the core of the earth, where the energy is transmuted, transformed, and returned to you as renewable energy. Now allow that light to expand until it fills your entire body. And then I want you to expand this light all around you like an orb, with you in its center, so that the light covers around you, above you, below you, before you, behind you. And you can make this space as large as you need to make it for you to feel like you are held in a safe space. And this is your sacred space. I've also called in some helpers, my usuals. I called in Archangel Michael. I called in Archangel Raphael. I called in Archangel Metatron and Archangel Uriel. I also called in Fairy, he of the fiery sword, and the song of ecstasis that ripples throughout all of creation. We called in the roots and the wings. And please, at this time, call in whatever guides you like to work with, and whatever energies give you that feeling of safety. And maybe it's just a feeling, or maybe it's just a word, or maybe it's a sweet memory at a time when you really felt held in love and perfect trust. I'm going to bring in some special smoke cleansing blend. I have this beautiful mortar and pestle that I'm going to be using. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's all carved out of, I think it might be agate. It's really beautiful. Look at this. Just so pretty. I'm going to begin by bringing in some sage to honor the ancestors, to give them some smoke, to give some smoke to Great Spirit. Also for cleansing and purification. And then we're going to call in Yarrow as an ally. Yarrow is excellent for clearing away negative energy attachments. It's also very helpful for giving up the ghost. In other words, giving up those things that we are holding on to so that they can be transformed by love, because love in its purest essence is freedom. You can't hold on to love. Love is freedom. So this can help with clearing away that kind of attachment energy. And it's also associated with the planet Venus. So it brings in a lot of that loving energy. And it further deals with matters of the past and nostalgia. So it will be a potent ally. At the same time, we want to make sure that we're giving this energy that's still attached to us its walking papers. So we're going to get things moving. I feel like it's important to give the collective a little bit more oomph, at this time, to give them the stimulation they need to be motivated into action to really clear this energy out. So we're going to bring in some chili pepper. To help give these energies hot feet. So they want to get moving out of this space, get moving on with their lives. And just as I said that top went flying, it got moving. All right, we're also going to bring in peppercorn, which is really good for banishing, as is rattling. It's good for just breaking up energy that's stagnant, that needs to get moving. So we're just invoking a little bit of that movement energy, that quickening energy, to help these energies be released swiftly. These are also different herbs and spices that are used in exorcism work, in clearing out spirit invasions, spirit attachment. So this will just really help free you of any energy that you feel is clinging to you. All right. And then to help also do a little bit of clearing out of any parasitic energy, vampiric kind of energy that siphons the energy, we're bringing in this ginger root here. I like to work with fresh ginger root, so I'm just going to break this up a little bit with my fingers. This really gets things moving. It gets things moving quickly. Okay, so we're going to get this energy moving out. When you're doing this kind of work, when you're doing this kind of clearing work, extraction work that we're going to do, it's pretty normal to feel a bit sensitive for a few days. It's pretty normal to even feel physical sensitivity, as if you're healing a wound. It's very common, so just be prepared for that. And it's totally acceptable if you just want to watch this, the first time through. so you can get a feel for what the experience is like. And then when you can really sink into it, you can give yourself the space to do this. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to add a little of this bourbon vanilla tobacco for the ancestors, and just give some spirit candy. Also to the spirits I work with, they really enjoy this tobacco, so I call it in frequently. The totems like it as well. I'm just gonna get this blended together. Have our own little blend here, a little blessing blend, and this blend is to clear out the old energies and to bless the way ahead. So we're doing a bit of clearing of these sexually transmitted demons, this old holdover energy from past lovers that we need to clear out of the womb space so we can reclaim our creative center. And we're also calling in the blessing energy to open the road ahead so that there is an avenue for that creative energy once freed up to manifest through bringing in blessings in alignment with our highest good, and asking that our ancestors, asking that our spirit guides light the way for us, guide us toward what will be the most fruitful path for us to follow, to give us the wisdom to trust where spirit will lead us, and to have the courage to step into bright, bold, new beginnings. Ashe. Go ahead and light this. Let's see. Light this charcoal. There we go. That'll work. Use the lighter for this one. Okay. This copalera was made for me by my dear friend Danielle. It's a beautiful ritual tool that she made for me, and I just love working with it so much. Just take a little bit of this, and I want to give you some smoke cleansing while you sink into the energy in your womb space, and I lead you through a little meditation so we can do this release work. Oh, it smells so good. Bringing in our hawk medicine. To connect us with the messages we need to receive from Great Spirit, to give us vision and higher perspective, to cleanse us of any energies that may be clinging to us, inhibiting our growth, blocking our blessings, and keeping us attached to the past. We ask that we be supported in this release work so that we can call back our creative energy, so we can call back our power, and release those energies that we've been holding on to so they may experience the freedom, the peace, the healing, and release as well. Just let you take in that blessing. Breathe in the blessing of that smoke. Allow it to purify you within so it can clear a pathway without for you. I want you to close your eyes and sink into your womb space. Just keep that contact with your hands and breathe into this center. And I want you to just notice any impressions that you have. No judgment about these impressions or the way they choose to come through for you. You may see colors, you may see different qualities of energy. Could be sticky, could be cloudy, could be slippery, could be dense, thick, heavy. You may notice a sound that comes through for you, or a temperature, quality. I'm going to continue to support with some Reiki as you just get in touch with this energy and breathe into your womb space. And I want you to just lean in and feel out if there's any energy in there that's not your own, that feels like it may be attached to an old lover. I think most of you would know if you had this energetic attachment because you probably have had a very difficult time clearing this person from your energy body, from your space. I'm going to bring in this Herkimer diamond to help support clearing this energy, helping to dissolve the sense of attachment. Just continue to breathe into this space and allow yourself at this time to sink into your story about this connection. I want you to get deeply in touch with your feelings about this energy and the story that you tell yourself about it, and the stories that you have taken on about you in relation to this energy. Just allow yourself to really get absorbed into this feeling. It's so important to just really connect with the feeling if we are going to have efficient release. Okay. And I'm going to lean into any areas that I feel are stuck where I'm feeling congestion, and I'm going to help clear that energy out. Just do a little plucking. Continue to build an image of this energetic attachment. A little bit of stubborn energy there. I feel there's a little bit of sticky energy in here. It almost feels like adhesions. You might even notice you have some physical adhesions, or maybe you've dealt with some kind of fibrocystic quality in this area of your body. Maybe you have a really tight, bound up psoas. I'm just going to get in here and just kind of cut some of these sticky adhesions around this cord. I'm getting an image of like a cord that has many cords braided into it. You know, it feels like there's actually quite a bit of energy in here that doesn't belong in here. And that may just be indicative of what the collective's been through recently. You know, we're all moving into expansion and we're doing a lot of shadow work. And so we can sometimes unconsciously take on energy that's not ours to hold. Now, take this image you've built in your mind and I want you to encapsulate it. So surround it with an orb of white light. And I am going to go in and pull out this energy attachment at the root with your assistance and, of course, your permission. So if you would like me to assist you with this, again, simply say, yes, I receive this assistance. And if not, you are free to do this work on your own. And you can just listen to me as I talk you through it. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start to loosen this energy now that you got it encapsulated on all the root attachments. And I'm just loosening these root attachments that are spiraling out from this one great braided cord so that I can pull it all the way out. We want to extract it. We don't want to just cut a cord. We want to pull it out at the root. So continue to support this work with nice, deep breaths and a focus on the intention that, yes, you are ready to release this energy, that you release this energy of your own free will, that you release this energy so that the other may be free, that you release this energy so you may call your power back, so you may feel whole again, so you may inhabit your creative space again, so you may feel the full volume and power of your creative energy calling back to you now. And I think that's good. That's good. Okay. I'm going to call on the assistance of Cobra to do this extraction now that we have all the root connections loosened and ready to release these energies. Cobra medicine is the medicine of purification. It's the medicine of shedding the old like a skin that one has outgrown. It's the medicine of imbibing a bit of the poison to arrive at the cure. It is the medicine of creativity, power, and transformation, activation of the Kundalini, the creative life force. And we couldn't have a better ally to help pull out this energetic attachment. These sexually transmitted demons. So I want you to take a nice deep breath as you affirm to yourself now, I, of my own free will, release all energetic attachment to all lovers in all dimensions, past, present, future, on all levels of reality and surreality. I release these energies with love. I release these energies with blessing. I release these energies so that they may be free. And in doing so, I call back all my power and I call back my freedom now. Now take a nice deep breath in and exhale forcefully. And again, a nice deep breath in and exhale forcefully. And one more time, a nice deep breath in and exhale forcefully. I'm just going to bring in that Herkimer diamond to cleanse your womb space, to fill it with white light. White light that is actually all colors, all the colors of the rainbow. And see this white light like an iridescent spiraling rainbow, spiraling in your womb space. And in this moment, I want you to plant a seed to be birthed when the time is right in your womb space, in your sacral chakra. A seed that will become your harvest of tomorrow. A seed that will give your future self cause for celebration. A seed that are the sweetest tastes in this garden of earthly delight. The juiciest fruits found only on the highest boughs of the tree by those willing to make the climb. And when you have the seed in your mind, and maybe you're not sure what that looks like now, but can you trust that a seed is being given to you? Envision this seed in your mind's eye and fill it in this Herkimer diamond. Give it to this Herkimer diamond. And allow it to be planted. Planting it in your womb space now. Bring in a little clove oil. To ward over your sacral chakra and to help provide protection. While you do this healing and integrating work over the next few days, be gentle with yourself. Spend some time in nature, spend some time with trees. Allow yourself to do any other cleansing that you feel called to do. Some spiritual baths would be wonderful. Working with 2 cups baking soda, 2 cups Epsom salt as a base, and then adding whatever you like, whatever you feel called to. Trust what comes forward from your intuition, or you can make herbal infusions that you do as a crown pour. You can also anoint your crown with oils. Okay. Clove oil is wonderful for the crown, and it can also stimulate hair growth. It's good for the scalp. Normally you'd put it in a carrier oil, but I work with it quite a bit, so I have kind of a tolerance to it. But you could even do a little carrier oil, and you could do like a drop of clove, maybe an almond oil base or a coconut oil base. And you could even just put a little physically, just right around that belly button. You could even put just one little bit of diluted, 1 drop diluted clove oil in the belly button in a carrier oil. Don't do it just straight up, okay? And that can also just further ward that space as you do the integrative work, and make sure that you're calling in some sweetness, some gentleness, some love, some compassion for yourself as you integrate this work. And you can come back to this anytime you need. Anytime you feel like you're forming an unhealthy energetic attachment, or anytime you go through a painful breakup and you feel like you have energy that needs to be cleared out, this will always be here for you. I wish you healing.